I've got 8 pretty cool free VST plugins for you in this video, starting with Border from Mia Laboratories. This is a very straightforward filter plugin featuring a high pass and low pass filter based on a smooth analog design. It's very easy to use and gets the job done. Border is available on Mac or Windows in VST and AAX formats. Before we get into the next free VST, this video is sponsored by DistroKid, the best way to get your music onto Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all of the major online music stores, and you'll keep 100% of the royalties. And if you use the link down in the description, you'll save 7% off your already low-priced membership for DistroKid. Now, the next free VST plugin on the list is EpicPlate from Variety of Sound. This is a great sounding plate reverb. It's easy to use and has some nice added features like a gate, drive, and bright or dark switch, so you can quickly adjust the tone of the reverb. There's pre-delay and decay controls, plus high pass and low pass filters. And you can even control the width of the reverb, plus of course the wet mix knob, so you can use this as an insert or bus effect and dial it in however you like. This can be a very versatile reverb plugin, so you can throw it on your drums, vocals, guitars, wherever you want reverb. You can get EpicPlate on Windows only in 32 or 64-bit VST.
Night, the stars fold us home. The trees drift by as we head down the road on. My heart beating faster and faster. No one around, just us two. The dust blows up against the red tail-light hue on.
Next up, let's check out the free VST Cramit from Synths Sample. This is a multi-band upwards and downwards compressor and expander with distortion. If you're familiar with their OTT plugin, that's the default setting for this one, and you can take that even further if you want. You can use Cramit to add color and energy to your tracks. It even comes with some decent presets to help you get started. Cramit is available on both Windows and Mac in VST3 and AU formats. Now we have a free VST plugin from one of my favorite developers. This is BlackVibe from Analog Obsession. This is a custom tube amp plugin that features an onboard tremolo. The preamp and the tremolo sections are based on Fender amps, where the tone stack and the power amp section are based on Marshall, making this a very unique amp. It doesn't have a built-in cabinet sim, but you can use Analog Obsession's cabin plugin or any other cabinet sim that you might have. The controls are very straightforward, so you can easily dial in your sound, and BlackVibe is available on Mac or Windows in VST, VST3, and AU formats. Next up is one of my favorite free VST plugins that I actually use quite a bit, and it's been completely reworked. But before we get into that, if you're making music, you need to release it so people can hear your creations. And DistroKid will get your music into all of the major online music stores: Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Amazon, all of those big ones, plus many of the smaller music stores online as well. And in addition to this, they also have all kinds of goodies that can help you to market your music on social media. Things like meme videos. And these are fun videos featuring popular characters dancing and moving to your music, and you can generate these meme videos very easily. It just takes a couple of mouse clicks and that's it. And then you can share them across your social media accounts. And the best part is, this is included for free with your DistroKid membership, which is just under $20 per year. But if you use the link down in the description, you're going to save 7% on top of that. So it's a very low fee to get into DistroKid. You get these goodies to help market your music, and you get your music out there. Now back into the free VSTs. This is the Warmy EP1A2 EQ from Kiive Audio. This is a Pultec style tube EQ that's based on the Warm Audio hardware version. It gives you that smooth, creamy sound that Pultecs are known for. It has a nice oversampling feature that can go up to 16 times oversampling, and I use the Warmy EQ on vocals, drums, basses, even on my mix bus. I really like how this thing sounds. It's a very forgiving EQ that can thicken up your tracks or just add a little extra color. You can get the Warmy EP1A2 EQ on Mac or Windows in VST, VST3, AU, and AAX formats.
Friday night and you're mad at me again. If you were the queen of hearts, I'd be off with my head, oh yeah. I don't know what I said, I don't know what I did, but you think I should be bowing to your feet, oh yeah.
Next, we have another one from Analog Obsession. This is Trax. And this is an easy to use transient designer. You have an attack control that will amplify or attenuate the initial part of the transient. And then you have your sustain control that amplifies or attenuates the tail end of the transient. The output knob can add or decrease output volume by 15 decibels, and if you click on the Analog Obsession logo, this is going to enable 4 times oversampling. You can get Trax on Windows or Mac in VST, VST3, and AU formats. Now, if you like to mangle up your tracks sometimes, this next free VST is for you. This is Codec from Lese. This can give you an effect like streaming audio over a poor internet connection, or maybe just a poorly encoded piece of audio. It reminds me of the early days of listening to audio over the internet when connections and just compression wasn't very good. If you use some automation with this plugin, you can create some cool transition effects in your songs, or you can just set it and forget it if that's your thing. It can be switched between voice, music, and low latency modes, and each one of these has its own sound, so be sure to play around with that and see what works for your particular track. You can get Codec on Windows and Mac in VST, VST3, and AU formats. And here's another free VST from Variety of Sound. This is FlavourMTC. And the MTC stands for Mix Bus Tone Control. And because it's designed for your mix bus, it's a fairly transparent EQ. If you have specific mixing levels that you work with, you can set the output amplifier to whatever calibration setting that works for you, or you can just turn that feature off altogether. And I really like how they've made this thing super easy to use with the preset frequency buttons. You can select that and then just adjust as needed. Give this a try on your mix bus to add some final adjustments to your mixes, and you can get FlavourMTC on Windows only in 32 or 64-bit VST formats.
My body's pulling, drinks are spilling, and I don't know what more I can do. You say wait for another time, I'm about to lose my mind. No girl will ever compare to you, and I think wait for another time. I've heard that in a million lines. Let's give this a try.
Now, if you want 2 free premium synth plugins, click the video on the screen. And of course, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Or if you really liked it, give it a super thanks. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more free VST plugin videos. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.